All right, last session of the day. We want to give folks a couple more minutes to go refresh their drinks or move their legs or whatever it was. And we're going to knock this last one out. What's up, Miss Castro? Long time no see. Give about another minute or two, and then we'll make it do what it do. All right, this is. Yep. Done with my coffee. All righty. Hopefully everyone is somewhat here. If you're not, you're gonna miss a couple minutes. Not too much. It's all good. So we're gonna kind of deal with Adobe Spark, and Adobe Spark is like a real easy way to be uber creative. It's also, if you're talking about Clark County, and we're just talking about the Clark County teachers here, you're going to have the ability to have the premium functions of this product for free. So that also is like really, really cool to have. So there's a number of benefits to Adobe Spark, and we're going to kind of walk through them right now. But I don't know, it's a pretty amazing, piece of technology, and it's free to us in the district. So you definitely want to take advantage of it. We're going to kind of walk through a couple of things. Going to walk through a couple of things to kind of demonstrate some of the properties. And before I get started, it's an excellent book. 40 ways to inject creativity in your classroom. I'm not a spokesman for these people at all. It's a great book. Relatively expensive. I don't know how much I bought this book for, but there's 40 like really, really cool. If you're an Amazon person, this is a book. It's Ben Forta and Monica Burns, 40 Ways to Inject Creativity in Your Classroom with Adobe Spark. A lot of them are pretty intuitive, so it's not like, oh, go and get this book because you're not going to be able to figure out how to do any of these things. But you do get some inspiration now and then, right? So I'm going to show you a video very quickly to walk you through, and then we're going to get through kind of like, oh, okay, how did we do that? What are the functions there and all that kind of wonderful stuff. So let's take a look here.
And thank you for working with Virgil.
I think that when I go full screen and show videos, it is not working. So I'm just going to play that right next to me. It'll work the same way. It just won't be as big.
Welcome to Virgil. Create your first podcast. Congratulations. Let's see what you'll be up to. A podcast is an audio story that's edited and then digitally published for an audience. For your first podcast, we'll be discussing and interviewing a civil rights leader. The first thing you'll need to do is some research on your subject. That will prepare you for your interview. Then you'll find a partner. One partner will be the narrator. The other will play the role of the civil rights leader you've chosen. Then you'll record and edit your podcast with GarageBand. Finally, you'll use Headliner in order to publish your podcast for the first time. Thank you, and thank you for working with Virgil.
All right, so really quickly, Adobe Spark has a ton of tools, but one of the things it makes very simple is creating a video. And that video is simply just a slideshow that was animated. Not a huge deal, pretty simplistic. You could do it in 10 or 15 minutes given a script and some direction. And so we're going to kind of walk through all the possibilities in this tool, in addition to just some very simple things you could do for your students. And most of the students at Deering have experience with Adobe Spark. There is a suite of apps on the iPads as well. Unfortunately, they're all separate. There's Post, there's Video, and there's Page. And we're going to actually look at all of those on the computer and how you would log into those as well. So let's go ahead and get cracking with that. And I'm going to actually share my screen here again. So wonderful. There's my screen there, which is awesome sauce. I'm going to log out because this is my professional account. Sign out, of that account. So if you are a school teacher, you're going to go to spark.adobe.com right here at the very top. And if you're in a Clark County school district and you have a premium account, or if you're a school district that does have a premium account, you can go over to the sign in button over here on the right hand side. And this is really important. This walkthrough is very, very important in terms of how you get your kids on, how you get yourself on, so that you get the access to the proper materials that are there. So on the right-hand side here, you'll see log in with school account. You're going to be tempted to use with Google. Don't use with Google over here. Come in and log in with school account. And you're going to click there. And when you do that, then you'll see the Google access is given to you there. You press the Google access, and bada bing, find your account. Don't use the top one, use the bottom one, company or school account. It's the exact same way your students are going to get in here. So you click there, and suddenly you got access to all your school district stuff. And so the really, really cool stuff is there are templates for Classroom. Again, don't recreate the wheel when someone is already giving you training wheels, all right? So classroom rules, technology, elements, after school clubs. There's tons of templates that are already built inside here that all you have to do is take and replace. You can be a very, very slick designer without designing anything, just knowing what you want them to be able to do. All right. So really, really slick. They're pretty, and they can be turned around very, very quickly with no issues whatsoever. All right. So you have tons of templates. Let's go back home for just a second. Up here, you also have, if you want to make a collage web page, that's going to be the Adobe Spark page. Any slideshows, which are videos, presentations. So if you want something different other than a Google slideshow or something like that for your students, great. Instagram posts, a portfolio that's going to be just, kids showing you pictures as they've gone through a process. Building a brand, and this is really cool for that first couple of weeks of school. I'm kind of going to walk you through the building of the brand one at first, because it's just really something you could flip around very quickly in the custom size there. But you have tons of different things that are inside there. All right, so I do most of my stuff inside of my business account, but I wanted to show you the school district account so you know that you have access to the same stuff. So one of the big things that people do at the beginning of the school year is this get to know you type situation and whatnot. Why not do a create your brand and a logo for yourself instead, right? So that would, tell us information about you. It would give you this cool logo that represents you. So instead of just your name, you have your name and this like dragon or the lion or whatever. And you don't need to be a graphic designer to be able to do that. You just need Adobe Spark. So how can we do this very, very quickly? Either one, I'm going to go to custom size here. And all I want is, I generally go to social posts and Instagram just because it's a square. And I like to work with the squares, and the kids at our school are going to do that. Every kid from 1 through 5 is going to do this. So grade 1 through 5 will have an option to do this. Just want the square there. All right. I just like working with squares for some strange reason. So I'm at the next button. And so we got this square. All right. And beforehand, you would have done like some work with, you could have done some brainstorming with your favorite colors, with your favorite food, favorite animals, what are words you use to describe yourself. You might do some partner work where perhaps you're like shopping this out. So the partner has to make the logo for his partner or her partner in order to, does this logo meet your standards? We had this interviewing process in which we talked about the fact that you love peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and you like to go on vacation and stuff. So I built you, a logo that's, has a plane on it or something like that. I don't know. All right. But that get to know you activity, this is a way to take it and make it something tangible. So what we're going to do over here first is we're going to say, my favorite animal is a tiger, let's say. All right. So I'm going to channel the tiger as my deal. So I'm going to hit this plus sign up here, and I've got some options. I've got text, I've got photo, and I've got icon. Start with the icon first, right? It's going to be like icons or symbols, right? We can start our logo with a symbol. So I'm just going to say tiger, right? Great. You see that there's some tigers that are there. Awesome. All right. I like that tiger. So I'm going to take it, and the tiger goes in the center there. So cool. I want the tiger to represent me. I'm going to be Tiger Time is going to be in the name of my brand. So Tiger Time at Deering. So cool. It's kind of oranges. I don't know if I like that. So I'm going to go to color. So I'm going to make sure that it's highlighted. I'm going to go to color. I'm going to color. I'm going to say, maybe I want my tiger to be black. That works. All right, cool. So I'm going to do black tiger there. That's cool. All right, wonderful. I can change the opacity and stuff, but I'm going to leave it just like it is. All right, we're going to keep this really, really simple. So I got my tiger. All right, and say I'm going to, play around with designs. If I wanted to play around with designs, I could play around with them, but I'm going to add some text to it. And I love the circle for some reason. So there's plenty of ways that are really, really cool text. Kids can choose what text they would like. I love the circle. So I'm going to choose the circle there. And that pops in there. And I'm going to drag that out. So that goes right around my tiger. You see how those lines they tell me that's perfect. All right, cool. So I'm going to take that just a little wider. Again, this is just like, this is a task you could just flip really, really quickly. I'm going to go here. I'm going to say tiger time. I'm just going to play on words on time. Cool. All right, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. I'm going to make this a little bit larger. Move that around a little bit. All right, cool. So I got my tiger time there. If I want to move this around, I can move it a little around with that. Yeah, that works. And let's make that just a little bit. And cool, that works. Cool. So I got it. I built a logo for myself. Lickety split. Great. That's going to be my logo. But how do I get that into my Adobe Spark so that I can use that for my official logo? Anytime I do some work, I'm going to put that tiger time on it so that Miss Cherry knows when I turn that work in, yo, Tiger Time. I know that's Mike Lang, Tiger Time. I can even put his name on it. We can rock and roll. All right, cool. So how do we do this? First thing we're going to do, we're going to download this. You're going to have your student download it. And I'm going to download this as a PNG. It's the best graphics. You're not going to deal with JPEG or the PDF. You're going to keep it a PNG. Hit the start download button. And when you do that, you're going to do transparent PNG. Transparent. I'm going to click that. And that's going to download to my device. I'm simply going to say, Tiger Time is what I'm going to call it. So you may not be able to see that, but it's just the download box. Down here at the bottom, I see that my Tiger Time is there. All right, great. Tiger Time is there. I'm good to go. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to open Tiger Time. And I've got this logo here. And I'm going to share my little logo. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's share my little logo. So if you notice, this is Tiger Time. It looks black. It's black with like a black background. Totally cool. That's exactly what I wanted to use because it's a transparent JPEG. So cool. I'll click there. All right, cool. In the gang. So let me go. And I'm going to share my screen again. And again, this is a quick activity for your students to kind of get themselves kind of hyped for. So this is my Tiger Time. Great. I'm going to go back over here to the beginning of my deal here. And you'll see if you log in, if you don't see brands, you didn't log into the right account. You didn't go follow the actual path so that you're in your premium account. Brands tells me I'm in a premium account. I'm going to hit the brands button. It's going to say create a brand. How cool is that? So any kid can create their own brand of stuff. Awesome. So I'm going to create a brand. And the first thing it's going to ask me for is like, yo, upload your logo. I got a logo. I just made it. Excellent. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to drag that there. The logo is going to pop up there in just a second. Give it a second. Let's go back. Should be like downloads, yeah. Nope, desktop. There we go. All right, so here's my Tiger Time logo there, right? Cool, awesome. Now, my colors. What do my colors want to be? My logo is black. Do I want it to be like, let's do like an orange. All right, let's do an orange. And hex codes will go into later on. You can do that. All right, cool. Mine's going to be orange. You see how it's changing my company right now? Awesome. I'm an entrepreneur. This is going to be Tiger Time for life. Font. Cool. I want it to be a cool font. I'm going to say, I'm going to use Museo just because I like Museo. All right, cool. So right now, anytime I do any project, if I'm in Miss Terrier's class, she's going to see the Tiger Time logo. She's going to see it's going to be Museo. It's going to be my font for my class, and everything's going to be in orange. Hit the next button. I'm going to call it Tiger Time, create my brand. Take a second, and bada bing, I got my first brand built. That's so dope. So that's the first thing you can do. Oh, I didn't, but, let me go back. My bad. All right, I'm gonna go back into what I did before. All right, let me go and delete this brand. All right, cool. Delete brand. Yes, delete it forever. All right, totally like running it solo is kind of a problem, but it's all good. So I'm gonna go back here. I built my little Tiger Time logo thing that's there. Wonderful, fine, dandy. I'm going to go over, if you don't see this brand button right here, you don't see the brand, you're not in your actual, if you're in Clark County, you're not in your actual account. You're in the free account. You have a premium account. You want to find brands. Your kids also have a premium account. So you want them to find brands too. So here we go. We're going to hit the brand button. All right. Again, I've done this with kinders all the way up. So they all have the ability to do this. It's not a big thing. It's easy on the computer, a little bit more difficult on the computer, but on the iPad rather, but it's pretty easy on the computer. It's going to say create a brand. Awesome. I got a brand. All right. So here we go. Upload your logo. I'm going to click there. Tiger Time is my logo. Awesome. I built it. It's a PNG. We're good to go. It's there. Pick my colors. I can pick whatever colors I want. So if Bob is being imaginative, I'm going to pick the little orange there. That's what I want every time I use Tiger Time. You see how that's reflecting there right in on my screen. My logo's there. It changed that to that color immediately. And I want to use that Museo font again because Museo is really cool. So again, anytime I'm in Miss Geese's class and I turn my work in and it's from Adobe Spark, I can put my logo on it. It's going to be in my font. This is my work. This is my company, Tiger Time. It's going to be my company. I'm going to put my brand name there. I'm going to call it Tiger Time. Excellent. Create the brand. And now I have all these swatches and really cool things I can do. So my logo's there. I can add more logos to Tiger Time if I make other stuff. Other tiger, make other, I riff on the tiger and do some other stuff. Here's my colors. So I got this black, this brown, this cool orange, right? I've got, if I want to change my fonts, I can add more fonts to stuff. Awesome. Now, start off with the Tiger Time, the building the logo, because if you go and you take any other project inside of Adobe Spark, you can have that kid put their logo on it, which is really kind of, 21st century skills, entrepreneurship, being your own boss. That's a 21st century skill, right? All right, here we go. So I've got that, and that's just Adobe Spark post. So that's just a graphic. I can invite people to that post as well, and we'll get to that. We can do a 3-week long PD on just Adobe Spark. So we're going to try to get through this in an hour or a little bit less than an hour. That's a post. Great. So I've got a post. Let's make a video. Like, one of the things that you're going to have to do as a school teacher, and again, I would hope that the little run through, and for our friends I have your emails, I'll shoot you a video that kind of walks through that a little bit more slowly as well, and shoot it to you so you have that. Because how cool would it be to have the Miss Geese brand with an actual goose or something flying or whatever, and you put that on your screen or on your work or whatever else have you. Really, really cool. I just showed kids that, oh my goodness, my teacher is amazing. She has her own YouTube channel with her own little logo or whatever it is. All right. So I'm going to go up here. Actually, I'm going to hit the plus sign up here. I'm just going to go to video. All right. When I go to video, I'm going to say, welcome to Tiger Time. That's what the name of my video. So we're going to pretend this is like a video in which you're going to introduce yourself to your students. All right, so they're already, again, they're templates built inside of Adobe Spark for you to take a lot of the edge off. So ideas, tell what happened in your vacation, hero's journey. So a lot of stuff that you can just take and say, kid, I want you to tell me, how it was living in COVID during the summer or whatever it is. All right, show and tell, etc. But I generally either like to make my own and just hit start from scratch. All right, so it's going to pop up. But the other cool thing about this is there's a walkthrough video that pops up here every time with no fail, unless you click don't show this tutorial again, which I never do. I want kids to walk themselves through stuff as much as they can. All right, that video is there. So first thing, because I did this with another training, I'm going to change that. I'm going to say, I don't want these colors here. So I'm going to go to theme. I'm going to go to my brand themes. I'm going to switch that out. I want to go to Tiger Time. All right, wonderful. It's going to switch my brand out for me. So I'm in Tiger Time mode right now. Excellent. All right. I can show my little stamp there. That's cool. My theme is going to have different colors. I want that dark theme. Maybe I do the medium one. All right, cool. So I've got the medium colors. My colors are there. And look at my outro. My outro is my actual logo. I could create my little website in Google Sites, tigertime.com or whatever it was, but that's there. All right. When I get inside here, I've got some options. Before we get to these 4 options, I can go and change the layout. So if I don't want the full screen, I can do split screen. So I can put content on both sides. I just make a caption that's there, or I can just say title and text. So I'm going to go and say Tiger Time, the brand. Change that. All right, excellent, great. I want a photo behind there. I don't have a picture of a tiger or something on my screen, and I don't want there to be a scenario in which I got to go find pictures. But you see that connected to it, it says find free photos. Great. I'm going to type the word tiger. Awesome. That looks vicious. Excellent. Tiger Time. We're good to go. Now, you'll notice here there is a place for me to record with my, with my microphone here. And one of the cool things that Adobe Spark video does by default is it says, yo, we don't want you to talk very, very much. we're going to try to tell you we don't want any more than 10 seconds of recording in there. So it teaches kids to be very concise. Also, great thing to work kids through is, writing some very basic scripts about what do I want to see, on my title page. So, welcome to Tiger Time, the brand. All right, cool.
Welcome to Tiger Time, the brand.
Excellent. Very ominous. That's going to get people hyped, etc. But I don't like that music behind it. So I'm going to go up to the top. When I do that, I can add my own music if I'm somebody who recorded music. But I can also come through and say, I want something that's really like thematic. Yeah, I want let's see. Nah. Yeah, that works. So let's go back and let's hear that.
Welcome to Tiger Time, the brand.
Excellent, right? Cool. Awesome. I can duplicate that or whatever. If I want to add my next slide, I'm going to hit that next slide there. And perhaps I want to do a split screen. And I'm going to use an icon. I'm going to use that tiger icon. Perhaps I want that one right there. Great. On this side, text. Founded in 2020. We were founded in 2020 in the man cave of Mr. Lang. If I want to play just this slide, I hit the play button there. If I want to play it from the beginning.
Welcome to Tiger Time, the brand. We were founded in 2020 in the man cave of Mr. Lang.
So really quick, I didn't have to go and do any editing. I don't need to know how to video record anything. It's just pictures, sound, and icons. All right. The awesome thing about this is it doesn't matter what you utilize at all as a learning management system. It can work. So if I go to share up here at the top, I can click that and go to publish. I can also invite people. The invite deal is not as dynamic as like a Google. It's not a synchronous share where if you change something I see in real time, you can't edit a video or a web page at the same time, which kind of stinks. But we'll go to publish. This is going to pop up. Welcome to Tiger Time. I'm going to say it's education. I don't want anyone to see that I did that. Perhaps I'm going to hit the create link button. It'll take a second to build. And this is why you're going to see in just a moment why I say that it doesn't matter which learning management system in our district, rather, that you use. You use Google Classroom, you can use Canvas, you can use Schoology, you can use whatever, because there's multiple ways to get this product into the hands of your learners without you having to do very much. So here's our little video here. Come on. Awesome. And you're going to see immediately it says Google Classroom right there. That will take me directly to Google Classroom. If I click it, I can put that directly where I need to go. So if you understand how Google Classroom works, good to go. If you're like, you know what, I want that video to be my introduction to my students in Canvas. So when they see me, they're going to, just learn a little bit about me. I don't want to do a big thing where I have to record my screen and put my face in there. I want to do pictures, or perhaps I'm like Geese. I just got married. I want to put my wedding picture in there, and here's my husband and stuff like that. And I have these pictures already on my device. I don't want to have a situation in which I have to go and talk natively on the device. Cool. You'll notice again, the embed function is there. So I'm going to click that embed function. Excellent. And I'm going to go here to Canvas. When I go to Canvas here, all right, cool. I'm going to take this is what Brown did earlier. So I'm going to edit this. I'm just going to, I'm going to get rid of that and delete. All right, cool. So again, embed button at the bottom. Excellent. Nope, wrong video. Come here. Command C. Command B, there's my stuff. And bada bing, my video is right there in my page. So in terms of simplicity, like really simple to get that inside there, really simple to get inside there. A great tool to make your, like, welcome to Miss Geese's class, welcome to, Miss Terry's class, whatever it is. You can create high quality video very rapidly. All you need is the media and kind of the storyboarding as it goes through. Totally wasn't. So Randy, my bad. I totally didn't have the Ava on. So again, really quick. So if you're going to use Canvas, you can use Canvas to do it. You can also do it in Canvas another way. All right. So this is kind of an advanced Canvas. So hopefully this doesn't blow your mind. You're going to have a boring. No, I'm not going to say boring. You're going to have an hour training thing on Canvas, but I'm going to show you this for free. So I'm going to totally get rid of this right here. Inside any of the pages, you're going to see that plug that's right there. And that plug is for all the apps that are built into Canvas. So I'm going to click that plug. And when I do, Adobe Spark is one of the tools. So I'm going to click that. When I click it, it's going to go look for my stuff. It's going to say, hey, yo, you need to sign in. You're going to sign in with your Google here. And sometimes it doesn't work. All right, cool. Pretty please work this time. Enterprise. All right, cool. I need to do. I'm gonna have to disable the pop-up blockers. There we go. All right. All right, cool. All you're gonna do is authorize it. You authorize it. You're good to go, and you're gonna see all of your stuff is inside here. So even if I don't want to embed it, I can say, you know what? Yep, I want to attach just my logo here. All right, cool. And my logo is going to pop directly into my joint. Now, it doesn't do, and I'm going to show you kind of the drawback to it. Let me hit the save button. All right, cool. It essentially shows me, it's a hyperlink essentially inside there, which kind of stinks. But if you want to embed it, you can't really embed the post inside there. Let's go to a different one. Let's go to the video I just made. I'm going to delete that. Video should behave itself a little bit more. And once you create that bond between your accounts, you should be fine. I'm going to attach that. Yeah. Even that's being stupid. So the embed function works a lot better, but you can attach those in there, especially if you want to have kids make copies of things. The other thing that's inside here that makes it a lot easier to deal with is you can create from inside Canvas. So if I want to hit the create button, there are also videos, etc. inside here. So in a way that you couldn't do, I believe it's Kansas, it was like, hey, can you create a copy of XYZ for your kids inside of Canvas, of the Google Slides and stuff? You would quasi do that with Google inside here with your Spark stuff. But I like using the embed function from outside of Spark personally. It's just a lot slicker. But your video is very, very quick. Questions, comments, concerns, issues, or beauty tips. All right, so my video's there. I got the little logo on it. My logo's in the end. There's one more type of thing that's here. There's also the web pages. Your kids can build web pages that are really pretty, websites that are really pretty, really quick. So inside here, there are tons. I mean, this is a really powerful deal. You could go inside here and do a number of things. The same thing as the deal here. If I want a kid to go and talk about himself or herself, about how they came up with their brand or whatever, I'm going to go here, type the word tiger. And again, just like Google, it's going to be the same tools over and over again. I don't have to go very, very many places. I'm going to use this eye of the tiger. That's kind of dope. I'm going to say tiger time. How I came up. Excellent. So cool. I can insert another photo. I can insert a piece of text, a button, a video, photo grid, But the coolest part of this is the glide show. And so the glide show gives you the ability to put some pictures on the background and do some really, really cool stuff. So I'm going to click that. I like that one. I like the double one right there. I like that because that looks really cool. I like that. All right, cool. So now watch what happens as I slide down the page. The pictures change in the background, right? That's so cool. And I didn't do anything but choose some pictures. All right. You'll notice as well that there's a box with a plus sign. So I can add photos, I can add text, I can do buttons, video, whatever. So if kids doing reports, kids doing like really cool stuff like that. Martin, when I try to log in as a teacher on the right side, it tells me my session. You're trying to log into what, Martin? So again, you can do really dope reports with the kids can make really beautiful works of art with essentially not knowing how to code anything, not making things complicated at all. It's an amazing tool. And if you hit the share button, publish and share link, do that again. Excellent, cool, education, create link. I can take this again and embed this directly into my Canvas course or send it directly to Google Classroom. So great for, I'm going to show you an example that I made for PBS not too long ago. I'm going to go to Classroom. I can go to Embed. So I'm going to click the Embed button. That's all that good stuff that I want to embed. Great. Bada bing. I'm going to delete that totally. Hit the Embed function. Bada bing, bada boom. And that goes right in that page. All right, again, really slick. All I need to do is use a third party. So if you're at a school in which the administration is like, we're going Canvas and you can't use anything else, building things in Adobe Spark, building things in some of the third party tools that we're going to be looking at tomorrow, and making those pages instead of trying to figure out all of the stuff inside of a Canvas, this is going to give you a lot of bang for your buck and a lot of wow. Your students are going to be so like, oh my goodness, you made that? That's amazing, Miss So-and-so. Yep, it took me all the 10, 15 minutes to do, but it makes you look like a rock star. All right, let me see if Martin will allow me on the left side. It will let me on Google. It will let me log on with Google on the right side, but on my teacher account on the left side. Not on the left side. So I'm going to walk through that login again. So I'm going to do it all again. So this is a common issue. So I'm going to walk everyone through that again because perhaps someone else has that problem. So let me log myself out. It's going to be that blue thing here. Cool. All right. So if you're having Martin's issue, there is a fix. So inside of Spark, again, I'm going to go to sign in. Go to log in with school or students, log in with school account. Now, Martin, shoot me a message now. Can you get to this point? I'll give her just a second or two. If you can get to this point, one of the issues that has happened is if you haven't logged in one time before, and this happened with a couple kids, put your mb.ccsd.net email inside here, hit the continue button, and then put your password in there and log in just that way. And then again, choose the enterprise account after you get done with that, and you should be fine, and you should be able to use the Google account afterwards. So log in with your email address the first time that there, if it doesn't do it. All right, cool. Put your email address here. So I'll put mb.ccsd.net, hit the continue button. Great. You're going to use a company or school account. When you get there, you're just going to put, bada bing. You're going to put your information in here again. You're going to sign in with your AD account, and you should be good. And once you have that done, you're good to go. And the next time you should be able to go to Google, continue with Google, choose your Google instance, go to Enterprise ID, and you should be fine. If that doesn't work, Martin, I'll set some time aside and we'll just get you logged in off camera. All right. So I'm actually going to take that out of there. Go to my Adobe ID. Stop sharing for just a second. And I'm going to log in with my business account. I'm going to show you kind of what you could do with this very quickly. Again, it's an hour. This is a tool you need to be aware of, but like there's no way I can show you all the things that Adobe does in an hour. Yeah, that's okay. I hate that it does that. We may just do like we probably will do like focus training on all this stuff. All right, so I believe I'm good. All right, so I'm gonna go to recent. Let's go to all projects inside here. Yeah. All right, so this is a web page that I built for PBS to use during one of our sessions, and it was just poetry and portraits. It was the American Portrait Series. If you feel all right, cool, good, Martin, we're good to go. All right. If you hit the present button here, this is it's just really a slick interface, just like mad slick. All right. And actually, I'm not going to hit the presentation because I'm afraid you're not going to be able to see my deal. Let's actually go to the preview. Yeah, I'll do the same thing. Cool. Give it a second. All right, cool. So, you have this really slick website. None of this is coded by me. I just, used I kind of built the lesson or whatever. This is a great way to do your lessons. So that's just a picture. That's what that picture is. It's a link to a biography I built into a button. I embedded a YouTube video there, and then I have instructions. Read the poem. How does it make you feel? There's the poem right there. Create a graphic. I gave them the tools for the graphics. This is another great way, especially for older kids, to be able to do asynchronous learning. All right, cool. Here's some. That's just a link that I embedded inside here with a button. They're going to write a poem. All right, cool. This is what the steps to brainstorm would be, and there's a graphic organizer that's attached. There's my example that I just took a picture. This is a picture that I also made inside of Adobe Spark. That's a picture that's there. All right, cool, Langston Hughes. That's another video that I embedded from YouTube. So this can be really useful in terms of very quickly building your lesson, putting YouTube links or whatever to kind of help kids walk through. Unfortunately, YouTube and Vimeo are the only links you can utilize there. You can use a Loom link or anything like that. But, YouTube channels, given our, hopefully by the November-ish, you should be able to rock and roll with the YouTube channel. And we're going to kind of, again, set up some professional learning, a path in which YouTube is not that big of a deal. You can upload those things and rock and roll. You're using YouTube now. YouTube Live is also something that you might want to utilize in terms of, first of all, keeping kids' faces off of the camera, but also having a scenario where if you stream live, it automatically is going to record. It's going to record not in Google Drive, but on YouTube. You just share that link with the kids and you're home free. So again, this product is amazing. It is hands down, probably it's cooler to me than the Google Suite because it's more of I'm more of the artistic person, more of a design person. And I dig that very much, that it's really easy to design inside. And so I mentioned the word button. If you click there and click the word button there, you can type what you want. Here is a link. Type the link inside here, www.espn.com. And save, and that link would take me to ESPN. All right, so I'm going to go preview again. So again, if you want to do your whole lesson on one page, you could do your whole lesson on one page. Click link, it takes me right to ESPN. Cards and Tigers were going to do the virus outbreak. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Indeed. So, three-headed monster. You've got your post, and again, a great task for kids to do is build their own logo very quickly in post. Video, you can build your teacher introductory video in Adobe Spark video in minutes, literally. And then page, great way to do all your instruction on one page. Let a kid go asynchronously from the top to the bottom, embed YouTube videos, links to things, all that wonderful stuff in one spot. And you can do so relatively quickly in terms of the turnaround. So definitely, you have a premium account, look at it, play around with it. And as I mentioned before, there are 40 really, really dope activities inside here that will give you like a zero and a hero with video book reports, if you can see that, science posters, web newsletters, all that kind of stuff. And a lot of it, once you get in there, like your own creativity will take over. Also, as Brown has said over and over again, don't go into the wilderness alone. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't go into the wilderness alone. Make sure that you have your grade level, other people that you can collaborate with as you go in. It's going to be a lot of work, and you don't want to do that by yourself. Any questions, comments, concerns, beauty tips before we sign off for the day, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow, bright and early at 9. Sign a new school account, but can't start a new project. I'm spinning well content. They said they need to kind of. Christia, let me put her name in here. I believe it's. Let me make sure that I have her name spelled right. Puppy power. The other thing, so if your kids have that scenario, what we found is like almost like blowing into the Nintendo video game when you were a kid. Like if you just let it sit and refresh and refresh and refresh, sometimes it's like forces it to do stuff. I believe that's her email. Maybe. Yes. Look for that. Yes. So if you have an issue with this, and I know that I'm not lying. So this, if you have a similar issue as Christia has, Monique Gaudin is the she works out of CTE. It was instrumental in getting Adobe Spark, the premium functions, into our school district. Reach out to her. She would be the person. So, and if you just, search her name inside of the deal, you should be good to go there. But tons of different ways you could use that to make your life a lot simpler. Taking the web pages, placing the web pages inside of Canvas if you had to use that. Taking the web pages, pasting those inside of Google Classroom, you had to do that. So everything is in one place. All right. So God bless Belgium. If you need something else, shoot me an email or whatever. You have the email to the Hoodlums, and you have my, if you're in the Clark County School District, just Mike Lang, L-A-N-G. It's Michael Lang with no E at the end. If you put the E at the end, you're speaking to my brother from another mother who's the PE teacher at Brown. All right. So we'll see you tomorrow at 9, in which we'll kind of walk through some other stuff. Again, we're going to try to make very small Canvas connections as we go through. See you tomorrow. Go get some food. I got a 3 o'clock meeting. So during people, if you want to be down with the 3 o'clock meeting, I'm going to throw the 3 o'clock meeting link into our Google Classroom at Deering if you want to be down and kind of